dear children. Good morning to all. Welcome back to class 10 economic class. We were discussing chapter 4 globalization and Indian economy. In the previous class we have discussed about the meaning of globalization and also the factor that enable globalizations. So what is globalization? It is the process of rapid integration or interconnection of countries. In India, globalization was introduced in the year 1991 as a part of New Economic Policy or LPG policy. Today we will focus on the impact of globalization in our country and also struggle for fair globalization. So let's start with the impact of globalization in India. Impact of globalization can explain from the point of view of consumer, producer and worker. First of all, let's discuss the impact of globalization on consumer or buyer. As a consumer, people got great choice. Example, if you go to purchase a dress, we can see various varieties of branded dresses which are available for us with low price and high quality. Which means as a consumer with globalization, we would get various choice, we would get good quality product at very low price and also enjoy higher standards of living, especially rich people in urban areas. Then from the point of producers, the people, those who are producing this product also got benefit because they are coming in competition with international companies. Then the product also were sold across the world. They also get good income for their product. Then the MNCs brought huge investment in India over the past 20 years. They have established new factories, new industries and also established various service-oriented sectors like banks, hotels, IT services, etc. They have been interested in cell phone, automobiles, electronics, soft drink, fast food, etc. They not only brought huge investment but also brought new job opportunity for people and local companies who supply their raw materials for these industries also have prospered. Then several top Indian companies have been able to benefit from the competition. How can we get benefit from competition? We can achieve benefit from competition because when these small companies compete with large companies, the large companies would merge with local companies. In this way, many Indian companies associated with international companies. So, local companies get huge investment from foreign companies in newer technology and in production method, etc. So, they can raise their production standard. In this way, the local companies like Tata, Infosys, Ranbaxy, then also Asian Paints, then Sundaram Fasteners, etc. Are collaborated with foreign companies and got international market and became a multinational companies. Globalization has also created new opportunities for service providing companies, particularly IT companies, for example call centers, and also provide career opportunity for Indian youth in data entry, accounting, administrative tasks, engineering, etc. These services are being done cheaply in India and are exported to the developed countries. So globalization has many advantages in this respect. But these advantages are enjoyed by small group of people. For large number of small producers and workers, globalization has posed a major challenge. So let's discuss the disadvantages of globalization. We have discussed international companies benefited some Indian companies, but the competition adversely affected small producers, especially the producer who produce batteries, capacitors, plastic, toys, tires, dairy product and vegetable oils, etc. are some example of industries were the small manufacturer who affected adversely due to globalization. Most of them have shut down their factories or units and rendering many workers jobless. Due to this, workers forced to shift their workforce into unsecured jobs. Then we had discussed MNCs providing new job opportunity to the people. Then the question is that how can worker be unhappy when there are no job opportunity available for them? In India, more than half of people worked in which sector? Agriculture sector and also in small industries. They are being pushed out due to increased international competition and forced to shift workforce into service sector. But most of the jobs in service sector are not secured. They are at the will of companies. Then various steps taken by the government to attract foreign investment also adversely affected the conditions of workers. So what are the steps that are taken by the government to attract foreign investment? In order to attract foreign investment, government has reduced the cost of land and declared that land as Special Economic Zone, ZES. So ZES, what is the specialty of ZES? ZES are to have world-class facilities like electricity, water, road, transport, storage, then recreational activities, then also education facilities, etc. Then also the companies set up production unit in the Special Economic Zone do not have to pay taxes for first 5 years. The government sold this land to the MNCs at very less cost and also did not put any serious restrictions which are benefited to the workers. Government has also allowed some flexibility in labor laws. We have studied organized sector have to obey some rules and regulations to protect the workers' rights. But in order to attract foreign investment, government has allowed the companies to ignore many of these rules and regulations, though the workers are not safe at no job opportunity. So due to no laws, companies can hire worker for temporary basis instead of regular basis, so that they do not have to pay worker for the whole year. Workers also have to work for long hours even at night, but wages are low. So due to globalization, large number of workers shifted from organized sector to unorganized sector. From this, we can understand that the impact of globalization is not uniform in the case of consumer, producer and worker. So, not everyone has benefited from globalization. Globalization brought many things as positive, but it has negative side also. So, the question is how to make globalization more fair. Under the topic struggle for fair globalization talks about the answers for this question. Fair globalization means equal opportunity for all and also ensure that the benefit of globalization are shared better. Who has to take serious actions for fair globalization? The government can play a major role in making this possible. So, how government can bring fair globalization? So, its policy must protect the interest not only of the rich people but also all the people in the country. Then the government should implement labor laws properly and ensure that the worker get their rights. Then government can support small producers to improve their performance till they stand enough to compete with MNCs. If necessary, government can use trade and investment barriers through taxes and quotas to restrict foreign investment. In the last class, we had studied the role of WTO in globalization and liberalization. And WTO established rules and regulations for international trade, and the member countries have to obey these rules and regulations. But in practice, developed countries are not following these rules and they compel the developing countries to follow WTO rules. So government of such countries, government of developing countries can negotiate at the WTO for fairer rules. They can talk to WTO for the initiation of establishment of fairer rules. Then the government can fight against the domination of developed countries with the help of other developing countries with similar interests. People can also play important role in struggle for fair globalization. In the past few years, massive campaigns and representations by people's organization have influenced important decisions relating to trade and investment at WTO. So, from this we can understand people can also play important role in struggle for fair globalization. So, by the intervention of governments, WTO and people, the benefit of globalization can spread equally among all people in the country and all the countries in the world. So that was today's session. Today we have discussed about the impact of globalization in India and also the need for fair globalization. So globalization is a reality. It has positive and negative effect. So we try to minimize the negative effect of globalization and try to bring more benefit from globalization through equal treatment. So with this topic, our fourth chapter gets finished. This is the last chapter in our economics and it is very important chapter. You can expect more questions from this chapter. So study it well. So as usual, you have to watch the URL, attend the test paper and download your notes and learn it well. See you in the next class. Bye.